Since its inception, the UN system has been working to ensure adequate food for all through sustainable agriculture. The majority of the world's poorest people live in rural areas of developing countries. They depend on agriculture and related activities for their livelihoods. This makes them particularly vulnerable to man-made and natural influences that reduce agricultural production. There is no single method of learning that guarantees success. How we learn that depends on many different factors. What works best for you will not necessarily be the same as the approach used for the other students, even if they study the same course. We are all unique as learners, although some patterns emerge from any groups of students.
There is an evolution of automotive robots. They can pilot independently around unsteady backgrounds as well as fulfill non-repetitive tasks. The science is called field robotics. The university's School of Field Robotics is focused on the continuing advancement of this technology. They are working in the laboratory and in the field to meet the challenges of the next few decades. Australia has used drone technology in its outback smartly. In the outback, there are no roads or any accessible means of transport. The drones are used to transport food, medicines, and leather. The unmanned aerial quadcopter works on solar technology to charge and propel itself using the satellites. There are about 100 drones in service at the moment.
The world is a beautiful, yet complex tapestry of life. Every thread represents a unique story waiting to be told, a different perspective waiting to be explored. As we navigate this intricate weave, let us remember that we are all connected, all part of the same vibrant pattern.
If you have a chronic disease such as heart disease, diabetes, asthma, or back or joint pain, exercise can have important health benefits. However, it is important to talk to your doctor before starting an exercise routine. He or she might have advice on what exercises are safe and any precautions you might need to take while exercising.
The bustling market was a feast for the senses. The bright colors of the fruits and vegetables caught my eye, and the fragrant spices filled my nose. I tasted a sample of some exotic fruit, the sweet juice bursting in my mouth. The vendors called out to customers, haggling over prices and offering their wares. It was a vibrant and lively scene, full of energy and excitement.
Water is the most treasured resource on planet Earth. Living things in life, as well as all organic elements in nature, require water to sustain their existence. On the planet, most of the water is saltwater, and very little is freshwater. So it is vital to conserve it each day.
When a movie is made based on a book, there is always a debate about whether the novel or movie is better. It's always hard for the movie makers to decide if they want to stick to the original storyline from the book or add a few extra spices into it. But they have to face the critic either way.
Perhaps the most intimidating and fierce warriors, the Kruger were also the most far-ranging of people. To the south, the Kruger kings conquered France, moving swiftly up rivers in longboats, powered by tug and sail. They were the first emperors to conquer most of Europe and the North African continent before the time knew about them.
The technology was revolutionizing every machine at the textile-producing towns in the south of Sydney. The workers focused mainly on machines to wave textile fibers to make their job easier. The computer-assisted machines were pinpoint to emboss the graphic design from the computer to the clothing material. Thus Australian textile manufacturers sourced cheaper and better quality garments for small retailers.
The key thing about social media is that it lets you create connections with people. Once you know the companies you'd like to work for, follow them online to gain an understanding of their company culture. Find out who the decision makers are and contact them. This shows you have researched a company and have the tenacity to figure out the people who make hiring decisions. A constellation is an area on the celestial sphere in which a group of stars forms an imaginary outline or pattern, typically representing an animal, mythological person or creature, or an inanimate object. The origins of the earliest constellations likely go back to prehistory. Belief that the COVID-19 pandemic was a hoax, that its severity was exaggerated, or that the virus was deliberately released for sinister reasons functions as a gateway to believing in conspiracy theories generally. In study, pandemic skeptics were more likely to believe in 2020 election fraud. We are prime providers of the modern construction industry. We print your home according to your desires and get it delivered to you. Our state-of-art 3D printing technology and machinery allows us to build and create what was impossible in the past. So, get into touch with our sales team and start dreaming about your new home. Autobiography is a genre of literature where a person writes about their own life. It can be a powerful tool for self-reflection and sharing one's experiences with others. Autobiographies can vary in tone, from humorous to deeply personal and emotional. They offer a unique perspective on history and provide insight into the author's individual experiences and perceptions.
The ocean is a vast and mysterious world that covers over 70% of the Earth's surface. It is home to an incredible variety of creatures, from tiny plankton to massive whales, and plays a vital role in regulating the planet's climate and weather patterns. Despite its importance, the ocean faces many threats, including pollution, overfishing, and climate change. It is up to all of us to protect this precious resource and ensure the long-term health of the ocean and the life it supports.
Travel in the Australian outback can also be a sort of revenge on mobile phones and emails, on smartphones and the newspapers. We are on the edge of globalization that allows anyone who chooses to get into contact with you. On the other hand, I desired to be unobtainable. I was going to the outback for the best of reasons, as easy as it sounds, simply to disappear.
Botanic gardens are scientific and cultural institutions established to collect, study, exchange and display plants for research and for the education and enjoyment of the public. There are major botanic gardens in each capital city. Zoological parks and aquariums are primarily engaged in the breeding, preservation, study, and display of native and exotic fauna in captivity.
The one-year program of the Master in Global Management is designed only for those who have the graduate degree in the thesis, increasing temporary skill of new managers in an international capacity, something that recruiters are looking for more and more.